Hello and welcome back. Here is now part 29 of the Value-Added Text lecture and case number 8. It's a relatively simple case, so let's have a look. Yeah, if it works, let's have a look. Here it is. Well, we have Konrad Humer from Germany orders a book from an online bookshop at, I forgot where it is, so let's say it's in Germany, for €20 on the 20th of May. He immediately pays the amount by online pay service, that's PayPal. So later he receives an email with an invoice of the bookshop. That's frequently done because sometimes if you buy something for enterprise purposes, you need an invoice in order to be able to claim input tax refund. Now Konrad, who does not know about this, is confused by getting an invoice, so he gets a bit nervous and thinks, okay, if I get an invoice, it seems to be that I mixed something up in my memory and that I didn't really pay that by PayPal, but that only some of the other transactions I did online on that day worked with PayPal. So he concludes, probably if they send me an invoice, it must still be unpaid, the amount, and so he wants to be honest and doesn't want to have trouble, so he transferred the amount by bank transfer to the bank account given on the invoice on the firm, and that happened on the 30th of May. Now there are different possibilities what might happen. Variant A, the firm does not notice the error because their whole accounting is a complete chaos and a mess, so they just keep twice the €20 without finding out why. Variant 2, they notice that he paid twice, but they think it's too much effort to contact him and give the money back, so they just decide to wait and to decide, okay, perhaps if he asks for a refund, then he gets it back. If not, we keep the money. That's the easiest way to survive. Or variant C, they have a strict sense of honor, as it could normally be expected in business life. And so the firm writes him another email, says, erroneously, we apologize, we evidently confused you, you paid twice. And we want to tell you that naturally you get a refund for the exceeding amount, and that is then transferred to the bank account of Konrad on the 10th of June. How are all these variants to be treated, or how is the situation to be treated correctly, completely? That's the question here. So what we have here is the online shop, let's say Germany, and we have Konrad as customer. In Germany too, and the whole thing is the delivery of a book, and that book is sold for €20 gross. That's everything here. So what can we say about the situation? First, taxability has to be checked, and to test is, as always until now, number one USDG. So we have an entrepreneur, yes, the owner of the bookshop, paragraph 2, 1, sentence 1 and 3, define that. Within the enterprise activities range, or so, however you call it, yes, selling books by bookshop is clearly within the range of the enterprise. 2, 1, sentence 2, USDG. It is for consideration. Yes, they demand a price. That's clear. And do we have a delivery? Yes, book is a tangible good, and ownership or position like an owner is transferred. Yes, that's clearly a delivery. 3.1. The place of delivery, well, it's a transaction where the good is transported from the shop to the customer. So where the transportation or movement of the good in question to the customer begins. Here, Germany, we don't have any more precise information, so it's taxable. Do we have a tax exemption? And the answer is no. No exemption in paragraph 4 to be seen, so liable to tax. The tax base, that's probably tricky here now. Paragraph 10.1, sentence 1 and 2. That's everything which the supplier receives for the delivery of the good. Here that's 20 euro via Willepalle payment service, plus 20 euro via bank transfer, because those payments were made with the intention to pay for the delivery. So we have a total amount gross of 40 euro, minus VAT included therein. For books, it's 7 out of 107%, because a book has 7% tax rate in Germany, so this corresponds to 107% of the net amount, sorry. And so the net amount is 117 times 40 euro, and that is, in a second, 37.38 euro. Now, later in variant C, if a refund is made, the consideration changes. So the amount has to be corrected under the rules of paragraph 17 USDG for the preliminary declaration period during which the change is made. So later, change by minus 20 gross, that's minus 1869 net, plus minus 131 tax in preliminary declaration period for June. So indeed, that's the thing. Tax rate 7%, paragraph 12 to number 1, in combination with number 49 of supplement 2 books, reduced rate. So it's 7% on 37.8. to 62 euro. Data reduced by minus 131 to 131 euro. Formalities. The taxpayer is the entrepreneur, so the owner of the shop. That's paragraph 13A1, number 1, as always. Then we have additionally the question of the arisal of the tax. When does a tax become due? The full tax of 262 becomes due where at the end of the preliminary declaration period during which the delivery was made. Paragraph 13.1, number 1, letter A. So at the end of May, 31st of May, 24 hours at midnight. Later, under the rules of paragraph 17(1) USDG, a correction of minus 131 has to be declared for the period in which the adjustment or change happens. That is for preliminary declaration period June. Invoicing details. Nothing special, because the invoice doesn't confirm too high an amount, it confirms too low an amount in the beginning, but later if that is adjusted, that's no problem. And if it's not adjusted, it's probably also not a problem until Conrad begins to complain. As long as the firm pays the full VAT, there is no problem with the fiscal office. Declaration duties, nothing special. So nothing special. Same. Peculiarities, the refund, no. Input tax deduction, as Conrad is a consumer, no question of an input tax deduction. So nothing else. That is plain and simple what's going on here. So the tricky thing here is that probably in the beginning you all expected, okay, the price was 20 euro gross, so even if it's twice paid, it's only once 20 euro. But here, in case of the erroneous double payment, or if it even had been a voluntary increase of the payment, all what is received, that's the legal formula, not all what is demanded, not all what is deliberately paid, but everything which the supplier gets in return for his delivery. And this is here definitively twice 20 euro in the beginning and not less. So that is a good lesson to learn to read exactly what is written there and nothing else. Thank you for listening. Thank you for having the patience to watch this small video, and hope to see you back soon. Thanks and goodbye.